righty. Call to order of the special call of the Calvert City Parks Board for May. Well, is it for June or what do you call it? May or June?
This would be, well, this is just a special
Okay,
call.
special call for May the 29th. And see, consider approval of the minutes of the May 15th regular meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
All in favor of approving the minutes?
Aye.
Those opposed? Minutes passed. Thank you. Okay. Next up is project updates.
Just to let you know, everything's tracking well on the revenues. Actually, revenues are up just a hair. And the revenues, with most of the revenues we get are going to come from the rental of the facilities. And they're up just a little more than actually we're already have received more income than we actually budgeted for the year. So it's in real good shape.
Good.
And we're actually, what we have left in expenditures for departmental expenses is about 50% more than what an average month run would be. So we're in pretty good shape as far as that goes. Then actual projects, the Civic Center generator is in. And we actually got a real good deal on that one. We only spent about about 80% of what we expected to spend on it, 75 to 80%. The multi-use trail is coming along. They've actually set corner posts, but the rain has backed them off. They still have got to finish the fence, and they've got some other punch list items that they've got to take care of. We're gonna have to work on some of the seating along the walking trail, not between the trail and the road, but on the east side of the trail, on that side of the trail. Okay, all right.
Since you've been gone, I told him I don't know directions.
And we have received we submitted for the reimbursement and have received the bulk of it. So
Good.
what we submitted, they responded back and sent it to us, and so we have just a little bit left still to go, but actually has been moving well. We're at the point with the pickleball that we've spent some money for some items. Actually, we're going to take receipt of the shades for the bleachers. We've got 8 of them coming in, 4 for each. And we're not good, but I've told them, I said, just put them back until after the first of the year, first of the fiscal year, because there's no way to get them up. Of course, they've got the stuff coming up this weekend, but we're not going to have the ability to get them up. And there's no sense in them making 2 trips. So, and I don't expect the construction on the pickleball to start until after the fiscal year changes. There's just right now you couldn't move that soil if you wanted to. And since we're having to raise that site to kind of level it, it's just one of those situations. We've got to wait till the Mother Nature actually backs off and gives us some dry weather to work. So that's been the biggest issue that we've had. And actually the Smith contractors have had. Rain has put them behind on a bunch of stuff. But they are supposed to have the paving done before the 4th of July. Supposed to be done and out of here before the 4th of July. The paving in Old Park and down there at Memorial Park and the gravel. Of course, the bathrooms we completed under budget. That worked out well. I think that's all we've got at the moment as far as updates from projects for this year. So, yeah, that's it. That's projects.
Okay.
I'll let you guys have questions.
Anybody?
Okay.
guess the next item is to take a look at the functional fitnesses center design that you've got the pictures here.
Reason I asked for a special call on this one, and you all have received, and there should be a printout in front of you. This is one of the sets that we looked at in lieu of the one we got from the national.
The video
Yeah,
presentation.
the one that was like $300,000. This one is gonna run less than 100,000. And that's installed with everything that's on here. They run through Sourcewell, so that's a contract that we are in, like GSA and the state. To give you an idea of what's actually on it, if you'll turn to page, see which one's got the actual layout for it. Okay, look at page. No, it doesn't, none of the pages. It'll be back in the third page. How about that?
Yes.
Back in the third page. It'll look like this one. Okay. What this does, that gives you an idea of what's on this, one of the pieces, the biggest piece in there, and what is part of that. The battle ropes, that's just the ropes. You got a set of ropes that you're sitting there doing the, I don't know what you call it, doing the whip with it, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You got a cannonball pull-ups, and basically it's not a bar, it's a ball that you hold on to and do pull-ups with it. High rings, ball target. Now, this is the one item that I'm not putting that ball out. 10-pound ball like that, expensive, and it's gonna disappear the first week I put it out, so it's not gonna go out.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Sorry. Somebody wants that, they can bring their own. The Swedish ladder, climbing rope, dips, S-shaped pull-ups, ring rows, S-shaped ladder, stretching post, incline ladder, lat pull-ups, suspension trainer, sit-ups, leg raises, split squats. All of this is designed to be used using your body weight as your resistance. You'll see on the other side, you'll see the breakdown of what that particular number looks like. Now, these have panels on them. You'll see the little round rings on the posts and everything. That tells you the exercises and what. But there's also, and it doesn't show it there, but there's a barcode
Oh, cool.
that you can
Yeah.
scan with your phone
Yeah, I
and
see
you
it.
pull it up on your phone.
See what you got.
Okay. Now, that other items, if you'll look on the, you see the front, on the very front page, you'll see this. The front's got the battle ropes is the closest, and then you'll see some items in the distance. The back of, or the second page, the front of the second page actually shows you this perspective layout. What I'm asking from you guys is, and we actually, it's a little more expensive than what it would be normally, but I told them we wanted it in blue, the royal blue that we use on everything else. This is what this would be, royal blue instead of this green. So it's going to stand out brightly in it because it's going to be sitting up there close to the pickleball on the south end of it.
Oh, thank you.
Where is this planning to go?
That grass area south of the pickleball,
If you're
existing
looking at the
pickleball.
Pickleball courts to the right. Is that correct?
That's right. That is, if you're looking at it to the right, you're absolutely, hey, good
I know,
job.
you do left and right all. day.
Okay, all right, all right. Now I can tell.
Yes.
But here's the deal, it's only, the area needed is 37 feet by 36 feet. It's not large, it's not real large at all, so we can push it back so that we don't interfere with the tents that, like they set up for the events that they have. So that should not be an issue. And later on, there are canopies that are set that could be placed over this if so choose, I don't know. But the additional ones you'll see here is a set of parallel bars. It's the circle one not standing off by itself is a balance.
Hmm.
I mean, you get up on that thing
Balance in place.
and work your balance. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
The other three in stages are exactly that, stair steps
Yeah.
or boxes. They take the place of a box.
John, does that 80,000 include that fall attenuated surfacing too, is that included? Okay, now it said it was recommends it or something. or-
It's not, at the fact, we
I'd say
budgeted
you-
80,000, but it's not gonna cost 80,000.
Okay,
Okay, it's less than 80,000. It's close, but it's still less than
Okay.
80,000. And that is installed.
What type of surface on the?
That's that poured surface.
Form plates.
Yeah, what it is, they'll put piers in so that they can bolt these items to the piers. But the rest of it is a dense grade followed by the pour in place. On top of that, and then you've got that 6-inch concrete curb around the outside of it.
pretty cool.
But, and then you look, to enhance the package, you see the canopies or the shades that go on them, and that could be added down the road. So now, yeah, you'll see also there is a Greenfield outdoor fitness app,
That's
which
so cool.
the barcode that goes
Yeah.
with it, so it helps you with that, with what you're dealing with.
That's neat.
Now, this was not, I've not set this up for you just to say, this is what we're gonna do exactly, although, you know, it's a setup, but my thing is this what you were looking for? Is this acceptable to you all? That's what I'm asking.
I like it.
I like it pretty good.
I think it's really cool. Especially that it
Are
has
there
that.
competitors out there too, John? I mean, is this like, I mean, is it something we need to look at other people, or is this pretty much,
Well,
is this kind of standard price for? that
Well,
kind of
with
thing?
Sourcewell, we don't actually have to go to bid with this
Okay.
because it's like a GSA.
Yeah.
Someone who has a GSA contract or has a state contract, we can just drop off of it. And same thing with Sourcewell. We're actually members of Sourcewell. They are members of Sourcewell, so it makes it's
Simplifies
added.
that aspect.
So we could go that route. But like I said, where it shows green on the front, you're gonna see that royal blue that we have. So, but if that is in particular the style, if you're okay with this style, then that's what I need to know so I can move forward
Starting
with this.
point, huh? Okay.
Yeah. And the other thing is of course, with tariffs, one of the things they're trying to do also is beat the next increase on the cost of the metals and stuff. This will be months, if this is the one we actually order, it will be months, 2 or 3 months out. Before it comes in. When it does come in, it would probably wind up being through the same company that we've got the others from. And they'll just have their team, hopefully it'll be at the end of, I'm guessing, at the end of the construction on the pickleball court, the new one. And once that happens, then they can just come in and install it all at one time, make it one trip and not drag it out.
What do you guys think? Do you think that people will use it? I want to use it now. Then, am I enough people
I can see it.
to spend it
I could also see it
sitting?
looking too much like a playground and ending up with a bunch of kids climbing on because the monkey bar look.
Yeah, we
Not
got
that it's not for kids, but
I understand, but
anybody can get on it.
it's the same thing, we got the same thing with people
Oh, yeah.
thinking that the pickleball courts are also dog run courts,
Mhm.
so.
See adults on swing sets too, I mean, just age appropriate, but
Wrong with that.
I don't know, but I mean, like for the big kids.
Will there be like, you have to be a certain age to do
It
this?
says
or is
14
this-
in there is what it recommended. It said recommended 14.
Yeah, it's just,
or
what,
10. But I mean, you guess you could put the signs out,
10-foot pole.
cross your fingers. But I mean, I don't know, some 12-year-old might get a lot of it too, if they're, but I guess.
No, I think it's fun for everybody to use it. I'm just,
Yeah,
and it's gonna be by the pickleball court and there's kids up there. That's the closest plaything for little ones to play. If their parents are playing pickleball, they're gonna gravitate to this thing. And then, but I mean, who's to say that they'll never be packed out and it would cause a problem for somebody working out,
I do think kids will probably be climbing
Oh, I
on.
think it's gonna be covered.
oh,
It
yeah.
would just be up to
Yeah.
the parents to not,
Mhm.
have to sign up.
It's got these, well, 'cause it's got these little rungs to go right up it, so. I don't know.
There'll be somebody out there trying to work out and then you got 2 or 3 kids just running around.
Yeah, and that's gonna happen anywhere. I mean,
Yeah, right. I like it.
Biggest thing is trying to keep the skate park. They don't have the skate park people anymore like we once did. I mean, they would be the ones over trying to do something on it with the
Yeah.
skateboards, and hurting themselves.
I see several out there tonight.
Yeah, it surges. We'll see it.
Out here today.
This will not have lights on it. This will be utilizing whatever existing lights are there. And there won't be, at this time, there's not a shade structure on it. So, I mean, and if you go down, and most parents honestly that bring the smaller kids, not necessarily or will go down to the other end.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't expect the kids not to be on it, but
Mine are gonna be all over.
Mhm.
It'll get used. I mean, like I said, it's a
I
neat.
mean, I
it's-
guess it's the main thing anyways, get it used
Yeah.
anyway. So I mean, even if it's, you know. if
the
it's
more
not-
use we
Yeah,
have,
I'd
the less
say
trouble
you're
we
right. I'd
have.
say you're probably
and
right.
visually, it's.
That's
got
the
a
whole
neat-
thing with the parks. The more active they are, the less trouble we're gonna have with
That makes sense.
It's got a good visual.
vandalism.
Well, it's got different stuff to do, you know, a lot of different.
Oh, yeah, it's way
Activities, so-
beyond what we originally kind of threw out there.
Yeah,
There's a
I
lot
haven't
more.
seen this anywhere around us. You will? Like any, like Paducah, Murray?
Paducah's got a long.
I think
course
Murray's
version
got
of
one
this.
something like it too, I think.
Yeah, Murray has.
Their city park does.
Individual little.
Stations.
I think
Yeah.
that This is all on one.
Yeah.
Thing.
The stations
that
like
idea of an
that,
app.
the PARS course, they used to call them.
Mhm.
And those PARS courses were generally set on some sort of a walking or running trail.
Yeah.
And you go so far and there'll be, because I did that when I was in law enforcement, Tennessee, or Union City had
Mhm.
one. We'd go over there early morning hours, either generally after we got off shift, or if we had a second, we'd go in there in the morning with the other guys. And we go over and we run as a group and we work out as a group, so.
You could even have like a class if you get somebody to lead. it.
yes,
Or Beginners, like,
Yeah.
come out, we'll help you like with form and different
Yeah.
things and have like a little workout.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good idea.
And the big, you know.
Because I was just thinking, my friend's been walking, so it's like we would just stop and then we could just all rotate through.
I like that it doesn't have any pad or anything. Let's say Paducah's got padding and stuff in there. I see that just deteriorating in the sun.
Yeah.
So I like that this is very hardy and rugged.
That's the one thing that I was looking for in this is that the fact that what we had seen with the fitness program that came in here, and it was prior to you coming on board, David, was a concrete structure with a massive iron or steel deal, a lot like this, only it was in a long row. And the other side of it was a smooth face in which a lot of times you would get the artwork on. Problem of it is for that, basically what you got here, only in the concrete, and it was in the fancier, it was about $300,000, 275, I believe it was what it was, something like that for that half of it. The other half was just open space with nothing on it that you could do yoga, dance class, Roomba, all that kind of stuff, which we already have. It's called the apron in front of the amphitheater. But this one in particular, I wanted to look at something that could bring our costs down and still give us the same benefits. And
That's a lot to the province.
I actually saw the one in Bowling Green. They actually had one like that. Like the one that we decided we couldn't.
Which park has it?
It's over on Lover's Lane.
For the soccer complex?
Yeah.
All that stuff.
You go past the fire station, it's off the right
Okay.
before you get to the soccer complex. And I really wasn't impressed. I don't think we didn't put any money into the artwork. Matter of fact, they faced the artwork or that metal, that side toward the soccer fields instead of out. So it didn't give the same, you just saw the exercise stuff.
Yeah.
That's all you saw.
Will we be able to secure that battle rope so nobody can take it? Because it does mention here that, you know, they should not be left out alone. I'm assuming that's easy to do.
That's a good question. I'll have to do some checking.
Put some extra lock on it or something to keep it from disappearing.
I'll have to do some check. We probably put like a padlock that's
Yeah.
when you can't bolt or something like that to lock them in.
No, I think it was cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Is the blue much more expensive? Because I don't mind the green.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what,
Doesn't
you
the
know,
green match Old Park? Are we doing
yeah, I was
that
kind of
here?
wondering that too. You know,
All the green was in the old park, the blue's up here. I
how much
would
difference
rather
is the price?
stay with
Yeah.
the color scheme as to swap it up, because
Yeah.
it'll stand out like a sore thumb.
Okay.
Now, it would match the fencing,
Yeah, match the
you
pickleball.
know,
courts.
but at the same time, all the rest of our, you know, playground and stuff like that is brightly colored. And yes, it is a little more for the blue, but I think the look of it would be much nicer for the park, and it's uniquely Calvert that way and not generic everywhere else. But again, that's your call.
Will they, what about on the pouring place? Do we have any say so on the color of that? Cause if we're talking about doing those features and stuff,
That I don't have an answer for right now.
I'd be
I'd
curious
have to
to,
check.
like, if we're talking about theming everything, we need to be mindful of the color
Yeah.
of that when we're looking at pouring these other things.
What color is it
Well, I
on?
don't know if it's pouring
Well,
place or
like-
it's the pads, whatever it is, it's something they did originally was not working out. And so they were going back and doing a different one. It may be the new pads versus the pouring place. But even with that, you can get colors. So
Yeah, just something to maybe check in.
sure. I'll check into that.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah, small footprint, lots of activity.
Yeah. And the price is not
Doesn't sound too bad.
So that
Yeah.
visible, like, well, open area, so
Mhm,
can't really do too much to it that everybody's seeing, you're doing something wrong, you know.
mhm.
The price is not bad.
Would we have to have a motion to?
No,
move
you
forward
can,
with
so
it?
I just looking for
Just
consensus.
feel-
I just want to make
just
sure that
gut
you
feel.
guys are
It's like,
comfortable
yeah.
with this before I move forward with
Okay,
it.
maybe, yeah.
It's not really something we need to do a vote on.
Okay,
If
yeah, I
you,
was
if you
saying,
guys
let's
are comfortable
keep
with this
proceed, right?
design,
I'd say-
and then, what, I mean, let me back up just a minute. I may have to, what, the pouring place doesn't have to be decided right now, but what, do you have an idea of what you were thinking when the pouring place?
Well, I don't know, we can just talk about those, you know.
The one thing I
the
would
light
need to do
features and
is the
stuff
color
like
of the color of the set itself.
Yeah,
And the,
I just didn't know, like, if it was gonna be, you know, this brown, you know, and then we're doing the blue, which blue and brown looks fine, but if we did the fish and whatever we're talking about doing for the features, and they come in like, oh, this is gonna be like blues or something, and we didn't wanna,
well, that's fine. I understand what you're saying. I mean, we could, I'd have to check with them, and see if they give us a list or
or even.
something.
your
Options to
pickleball
pick or
courts
something.
are
Some options to
blues,
pick,
you know,
yeah.
We just, yeah, I feel like we're gonna stick with it, probably a blue, or you don't want too dark, it'll be hot, I'm assuming.
So the one thing I do want is a consensus on the green or the blue.
I mean, how much, I mean, what dollar amount are you
It's a couple
talking?
thousand.
Couple thousand, so not like
Yeah,
10,000.
No, it's not an outrageous,
Okay.
but it's a
Yeah.
couple thousand.
That's something.
So will that change the, it looks
It's,
like,
this is a bait finish. This
Yeah.
is not a spray paint.
yeah, it's like a cover coat.
Yes.
Will that change the plastic material? Cause it looks like the backing boards and stuff are greens. Will that all change to blue? Versus just.
Everything you see in there that's green would be blue.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I think that'd be
Seems
good.
okay to me. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
And all the bars and stuff, so they can.
That I would have to check with. They could actually be blue as well. If you wanted the whole thing solid blue, you could. If you wanted two-tone, you can do
I
that
like
too.
two-tone to give interest.
That's fine.
Maybe like a,
Are you all right with the tan and, or do you want a brighter color? Orange?
I don't know about orange.
different
Blue and
shade.
orange.
No, don't.
What the devil's wrong with orange?
Nothing's wrong with orange, but.
Put
I
Lake
don't know.
County
Black,
Well,
gray.
orange would be
That's
more
Marshall
pretty,
County
but
colors.
We're Calvert City.
So maybe a
I mean, we're
navy
in
blue
Marshall,
or
but
thinking about
Or a
the
light
logo.
blue and a dark blue.
The yellow and thinking about the logo.
Oh, yeah,
It's got orange in it.
yellow.
The navy, orange and yellow.
He's right, it does.
Okay, we'll
Look,
put,
it's right
we'll
here.
put yellow on the trim and then we'll put orange on the ground.
I didn't use all of it.
This is awesome.
The-
That Tennessee orange, some other kind of orange. Not that Tennessee orange. You gotta get
You look, it's in there, isn't it?
some dark orange.
There's some dark orange.
So,
Cincinnati Bengal orange or something, or.
so thinking ahead. The canopy package is extra.
Oh, yeah.
Does that, looking at this picture, it looks like it doesn't matter. It looks like it's outside of the structure.
It is.
Okay, so we don't have to do.
No, we don't have to worry about that, no.
Okay,
What happens is we put it in the way they show us in here, this at 36 by 37 pour. And then outside of that, they actually go just outside that.
Okay.
It matches right, it matches up on that.
add without.
Do you give them a flat spot and they come and do it all, right? And it's got a big 10-year warranty, I think I said on the stuff, you know, which.
And you're-
That's what, I mean, it's just the poles, I think, is the post and the construction, a lot of the moving parts
Yeah.
are 5 and all kinds of lists, but surely to goodness, we can take care of it.
I think last time you said you were maybe gonna check on upkeep on that foreign place stuff.
Yes, I am. On which style they're gonna use,
Yeah,
because you know, someone was telling me that Owensboro is now starting to have trouble with the pouring place that they had. And I think someone was telling me they were going back and putting in the pads, instead of a pouring place per se, but a pad
Mhm.
that like interlocks.
that way you could repair it easily instead of having to,
Yeah,
4,000.
cause the pour is very custom.
yeah.
Mhm.
I guess
Ben
Ben,
just did a.
I said Ben did pour in
One
place.
place on their playground.
Did they?
It's really nice. Yeah.
I'll just have to talk to them. I've heard things. I haven't seen anything, but I've heard things, so, yeah.
Mhm.
Eventually you have to do something.
Oh, yeah.
Replacement. How hard it is.
Mm, that's a
I do
good
like
point.
that interlocking idea. That's pretty smart.
Mhm.
Especially if you
If
get
you
a
do
square.
pour in place, the whole thing will wind up having to be re-poured. Whereas if you do the pads, if that's then, it is the case, then it would be, I don't know if you could probably take them up in sections and
Mhm.
replace like that as needed, so. I know everything that we've put in the past, they've managed to, it's like so many things. Everything that you do today, 10 years from now will be obsolete.
Oh, yeah.
You can't, doesn't work anymore,
Mhm.
you know. Well, you know, no, if they do something that's permanent, then they can't resell something down the road. And so you put a lifespan on something to sell something else. And now firefighters and all their equipment, the police equipment, safety equipment, all of that's got a lifespan.
I say when we have, like, When we have the ribbon cutting for this, I want all the city council to be all over this. You know, you'll be the ones working out. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
Navy blue with our logo shirt.
There you go. There you go.
It's like the mayor and the city council is gonna open up the, what's it called? The functional fitness.
Functional Fitness Center.
This will get enough light from the pickleball courts and the skate park. It'll be lit up at
I think
night.
so too.
It's gonna get used just because of the pickleball courts. I think people will just go over
Oh, yeah,
there,
'cause
just
right
like
next
you're
door.
waiting and you're like, well, I'll go over there and do some pull-ups or push. I can't do a pull-up, but
I can't do it for.
I can do.
I'm like, not our-
I expected in preschool, the President's Council on Physical Fitness, you remember that?
Oh, yeah, you had to like,
Oh,
do
yeah.
so many chin ups.
I still have that.
Yeah, the girls got the whole.
One that could hang there for
I could hang
5
forever.
minutes,
It's
6
like,
minutes. She weighed 0.
We're like,
I mean,
I could hang all day. I don't know why. It was just like,
Okay, guys, I appreciate it. I will, all right, so I'll look at the pouring place, color and type.
and,
And I'll also, I can talk to them about colors as far as what other colors are available. I know they can do the blue, but I don't see what other colors are available
okay,
for accent.
okay. And then talking about the pour in place and the tiles, whichever one we choose, would we want to put them at the volleyball court so that it's not grass? That was something someone said to me, is like, why don't you make the volleyball court pour in place?
instead of center grass.
Not in this year's budget.
Okay. Well, I just thought, you know, if they're doing it.
Oh,
for
I
that,
agree
we
with you. It's not a bad idea. It's
Just-
far better
Yeah,
than
cut some
sand,
of that.
honestly.
Yeah, cut the cleanup and.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the issue is we didn't put that kind of money in there.
Okay, that's fine. I just like thought of it
The
because someone had recommended it.
that safety material,
Mhm.
it's
Is that-
expensive stuff.
Yeah, well, I didn't, I mean, I assumed it probably was, but I just wanted to throw that out there for maybe the
Future, next
future.
year.
If
Do me
we
a
see,
favor,
if we see the volleyballs getting used,
and I know you
then we
will.
might put it in the next year's budget.
I know you will. Don't forget that and bring it
I
back
forget
up next time we do the budget so we can actually put that in the budget.
Yeah.
Cause that's not a bad idea at all.
Okay.
We want this stuff to be nice.
That's
We want
gonna be
people to
a
walk
bunch of-
into these new features and be like, that is really nice. Like another city may not.
Yeah,
do this.
even if we wanted to, I don't know, would we want to wait on the volleyball until we can do it?
I think so. And something else I'll say on that, instead of doing a concrete edge, which is not a good idea for someone on volleyball,
Yeah.
you may want to look at doing those the plastic
Mhm. Yeah,
wrap around.
yeah.
I mean, it's still not gonna feel good when you hit it, but it's not gonna hurt as bad
Right, it's
as the other.
Yeah, I think if you did that surface and It's the sand that entices somebody like me to complain, because I care nothing about sand.
I know, right? I know.
there?
I know. I'm
I'm
not gonna dive. I'm not diving. I just can't
Yeah,
move
you
it
didn't want-
either.
That makes sense.
And
Say it
glass, and glass. Huh, we were gonna do
No,
glass.
what happened was we had someone back when we used to have one for it was, we took it out years ago. They actually took it out before I came here. But they were having trouble with someone breaking light bulbs in it.
Yeah.
And so that's just perfect, you know, for
Oh,
kids to
man.
get tore all
Oh,
pieces
man.
in. It's just real, it was just, there are some people out there that are just they're just sick. I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
That's crazy.
But, and that's one of the reasons we didn't want to go that route. And I didn't see much benefit in doing a wash rock, because even with that, I've noticed that it starts getting sand in it. You have to sift it every so often to replace it. Not that it's a bad material though, but I have to agree. And I didn't think about that, but yeah, that pour in place or the pad would be a good substitute,
Mhm.
and would probably look nicer.
Yeah. it
You're
would
not
be
going to
neater.
tear the ground up as bad
Right.
like as you will just
Right.
grass. So
If it rains, it's no big deal.
Well, they just gotta weed eat the perimeter, you gotta
Mhm.
the
yeah.
play area, less.
Mhm. Okay, good.
That my announcement, I guess, then that's it.
Yep.
Well, I've announcement, I wanna leave this committee. I sent John a resignation letter. I'm gonna head to Bowling Green here for the next few months, so I'm gonna move out of Dodge. And so I'm gonna
Aw.
do this ahead of that, so been a lot of fun working with you all, and it's been a lot of good work in the parks and meeting you all, so. You'll have a good few years, I mean, making it better and bigger and better,
Mhm.
so.
We'll miss you, man.
Yeah.
I hate it,
Congratulations,
but I
though.
also look forward to getting
Yeah.
back in one big household, hopefully. with
Yeah.
One in town or whatever.
You mean you don't like going back and forth to Bowling Green?
It's okay, but it's like, it's old and.
Y'all ride together? now?
Hey, listen,
I know.
no, we never did ride together. I don't know why we.
Credit
never
card.
brought that up.
Like, up here.
I've been doing it for
What's
14
weird,
years.
'cause I told Megan, it's like, he and I are close together, and then where his wife was a block or so from
Yeah,
them, and then, of course, we moved somewhere else now, but still, it was like really weird, like.
yeah. When he was first going down there, his wife lived about 2 blocks from where Katie lives.
And you guys live really close together.
Yeah,
That
Yeah, we're
is,
like around.
that's wild.
yeah.
That's weird.
Well, anyway, I just wanted to make sure everybody knew, I just, just, I'm to do it, I'm retiring from Westlake and moving up there, so.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
congratulations.
the shocker was we were at the Toro for the first time. It's a Spanish restaurant and we were sitting there and all of a sudden I see this guy walk in with this lady and I'm like, God, he looks awful familiar.
So
He sits down right at the table beside us. I said, Jeff, how you doing?
Here the heck out.
He didn't even see me. It was just crazy.
That's funny.
So anyway, I guess, last step.
That
is
was
to
it.
Adjourn, so would anybody make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second, on favor?
Aye.
Oh,